just a little look at, so this is where the fuel filter is located. Fuel filter's there. I'm just waiting for a new one to turn up because the one that's been sent is actually not correct. So they're sending me another one out while I get on with everything else. But yeah, this cover, there's a cover that basically covers this whole side, which is that over there. That's got to come off. About 9,000 screws. So once they're all in, the bloody thing ain't coming off. BMs love a screw. Literally every single tray has got massive overkill of screws holding it in. But yeah, I mean, you can't be too cautious, I guess. So we'll get on with the rest of it while we're waiting for that fuel filter to turn up. And like I say, I'll give you a little rundown on what I do with brakes as well when they turn up as well. Right, so just into this air filter replacement, and as you can see there, that's a bloody state. It's actually the original, so we'll get that replaced and we'll get this blown out. Right, nice and clean. Ready to bang a new air filter in. These air filters are a bit of a pain in the arse actually. So the screws have to come right up. You have to sort of slide this in. I mean, you could take this off, but I mean, I don't really struggle too much doing it this way. A little bit fiddly, but it's all right. It's all doable. But that's a great little gadget. Any technician that is servicing cars regularly needs one of these. Just to blow out all your skulls. Just a really handy little tool, as you can tell. I love it. Let's get this box back up, get it up and running, and so I'm going to show you the service reset on these. So I can actually input the data into the car, but I can't put it onto the online server, which can be seen by BMW, but I can highlight it in the car. So in terms of if the vehicle was in warranty, because the service data has been put in the vehicle, it would upstand any warranty, providing that you're using, if the vehicle was still in warranty, I'd be using genuine parts, but it's not in warranty, so I don't need to use genuine parts, although I am using OE equivalent, which is as good as genuine. So 5.5 litres of 5W30 C3 oil has gone into this, so we won't have any issues there. We've got a nice blueprint carbon pollen filter, so we'll get that put in a minute as well. Right, so just going to show you what machine I'm using to input the service data into this BMW. Now this is it's basically launch, but I got this for another company, Diag Zone, and so basically load all the machine up, go into the service menu, and you'll be faced with this option here. So you go through, put your mileage in. It comes up in kilometers, so you have to obviously do your conversion on that from miles to kilometers. Put your name in there. Obviously, I'm Logical Automotive. Put it as an independent dealer. You can put it as BMW dealer, but obviously we're not. So we'll and then obviously go around with the rest of them. So you can go into here, and it's all the different options of what you can and can't service. So all the service has been carried out, and these are everything that have been done. So we are going to now hit the button for write service record, and it says down the bottom there that it's been completed. So let's have a look through the iDrive, and if we go into vehicle status and service requirements, into service history, and there it is down the bottom there. It's all been done. So that is how we do that. And just another one, so all these new G series motors, similar process to pretty much every other BMW and Mini as well. So press and hold the, let me just shut this door. Right, so we're on the main screen. Press and hold the body control button. It does take a little while, so don't be fooled by it and think, oh God, it's not working, because it does work. You just have to be a little bit patient with it. I need to shut the bonnet because it keeps bringing up that display. Let's do that. And let's start again, just so I can show you a bit of a run through on, I mean, I've already reset it, but I'll just go through. So that button on the end of your indicator stalk, press and hold. There we go. Right, and then it's all done via that one button. So if I wanted to reset it, I would now, I mean, just press it, single quick press, cycles through. And if I press and hold it on there, you'll see the menu change. It says reset not possible. Reset not possible because I've done all the resets already. But you would press and hold it, and then press and hold it again to reset it. So fairly straightforward. Just another little how-to at Logical Automotive. We'll be back with more of these as soon as we've got some more stuff to show you. Right, so we're just going to give you a little rundown on how I take care of doing brake pad replacement. Now on these, first of all, you need to get your diagnostic machine on there, and you need to wind back the electronic handbrake via the diagnostic machine. It just makes life a lot easier. You don't want to try and do it without it, because you will cock that brake caliper motor up. So it's just do it properly, do it once, and that's it. Right, so start by undoing these. They're 13 mils. Right, I'm a bit ill-equipped on this one actually. I should have got all my tools out ready. It would have made the video a lot easier. Right, so 17 mil on that. Hold that. Stop that slider spinning so you can actually undo the bolt. Same with the bottom one. warning wire. Not too worried about that. That's being replaced. Right, so we'll just let that. So as you can see there, right on the advisory limit, about 3 mil. So better to catch them now rather than they going down metal to metal, because at the moment them discs are still okay. So what we'll do is give these a clean up, get some brake cleaner on there, clean all that up. We'll take these sliders out and just put some slider grease on there. Right, so that's the brake pad grease, and that is the caliper slider grease. So we'll literally just pop the rubbers off there. A little bit of grease on them, don't need a lot. He says, as I can't get any grease out of there. Right, that nozzle's decided it's not going to work anymore. So we'll just put a bit of that on there. Give that a spin, do it in and out, and that gets all the grease moving around in there. And we'll do the same with this one. Stops any future problems with caliper sliders seizing. Not enough people do this, in my opinion. It gets overlooked all so often and can save so much in years to come with repair costs. Right, so it's quite difficult to get a little wire brush in there, so we'll clean these off as best we can with a screwdriver, then give them a squirt of brake cleaner just to clean them up before they're reassembled with the new brake pads. Another little tool I quite like is this. Just a wire, just to push that piston back. Great little tool, saves so much time and effort. Although the ratchet mechanism is a little bit to be desired with it, to be honest. Scrape all that off the inside of the caliper as well, because we don't want that all building up. Right, now just got away from the brake pads, so we will resume whenever they get here. Right, so here we go. Right, brake pads now. So we'll get this warning wire put in. That plugs in up here. Now it's got one little plastic nut that just holds that arch liner back in. And then follow exactly how you pulled it out. There's a few clips for that cable. So it clips in there, clips in there, and then it runs down this arm here. Couple of clips there. And then we got that. And then we got some Napa blue brake pads, which come with new shims. So that's good. We'll give them a bit of a clean up. So Napa blue is like they've just had like a rebranding. So all the Apex stuff is now Napa blue. So an Apex, I rate Apex stuff. I've never had an issue fitting any Apex stuff at all. Always good quality. Never had any squealing. So I'm going to continue to use them. So a little bit of grease just on the ears of the brake pad. That is the only place where you need them. Now you've got two different brake pads. This is a rear one where the piston sits on here, so that sits on the inner face. That one in, and then you got this one without that sits on the outer. And also, before these go back together, you'll see here that all this is nice and clean. So just give it a little bit of a clean up, and then I'll put some anti-seize compound on there as well. So when the next person comes to take the wheel off, they won't have the same issue as I did trying to get the wheel off, because we like to make other people's lives easier as well as our own longer down the line. So just do them back up. Don't need to go mega tight with these. Obviously they need to be tight because it's the brakes, but you don't need to over tighten them like so many people do. Right, so then we got that sits in the back of, so that actually, so I'll show you on this, actually sits in there, and as the brake pad wears down, I'll tell you what, actually, where's the old one? I haven't got the old one. Oh yeah, here we go. Right, the old one is in here. Right, so you can see just started to cut in on that one there. These are a two-stage sensor, so you'll have, like at the moment, that's just hit the first stage, so it would have brought the warning on the dash to say that the brake pads are low. Then it will go down to the second stage, that will bring a red warning on the dash, and that is usually about 1 millimeter. So when that red warning comes on the dash, I suggest you make sure you make a quick phone call to your local garage, before you end up doing a set of discs as well. Unless you need discs, then hey ho, then you're in no better position by making that early phone call. But we'll just a little bit of advice for you. That's all. Right, so bit of anti-seize compound just around that spigot. So next time someone gets the wheel off, it'll come off nicely. So I'm going to show you, for those of you all that don't know what this is a torque wrench. Now BMW state that the wheels need to be torqued up to 140 Newton meters, so that is exactly what we're going to do. So set the torque wrench to 140. We'll drop the vehicle down, and that is how you replace a set of brake pads on a 520d G30 BMW. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.